Yo, what is happening, guys? Dr. BC here. So, I uploaded a video which got hardly any views, and I think the reason why is because it's original, okay? It's original, it's not a reaction or a gaming video or anything like that. And I decided, you know what? Screw what people may think. I'm just gonna keep doing more. And today's segment will be about AI and AI slop and how, despite it being good and funny and all that stuff, it's actually kind of negative towards greater society as a whole, and it's really screwing up with our youth, especially like toddlers and little kids, like preschool element. Well, okay, maybe. Why are there fireworks going off? Okay, sorry about that. I don't know if you heard that. There's literally fireworks going off in my neighborhood right now. But yeah, it's kids do not need to be going on the internet. Just like in the Bring Back Bowling, this is the result of kids and younger people being on the internet constantly. When I was their age, I didn't have a phone. I didn't even use the internet. I didn't even start going on YouTube until I was like 10 years old, maybe 11. It's just crazy to think all these kids are going on the internet and watching this AI slop and the stupid brain rot. Yeah, brain rot and the AI slop and the AI brain rot slop. That's a huge thing. That's a huge problem. It would just suck immensely being a parent nowadays, especially in 2026. That's why I could totally, completely understand, besides all the financial and everyone being gauged, I can understand why people, like couples, don't want to have kids, or at the very least adopt kids. But you're probably asking yourself, how long has this AI thing been around? Well, you see, Google is technically run by AI, and Google's been around since the mid to late 90s. The internet has been around since the 1960s. I mean, the internet was technically originally created by the CIA and the stupid feds so they could stop the spread of communism. And I'm going to actually look this up on handy dandy Google just to make sure I'm not spewing a whole bunch of nonsense. Okay, so believe it or not, I was partially correct. The original internet was actually created in 1969 by the U.S. Department of Defense. Specifically, they were ARPANET. I really don't know what the hell that is, but yeah, so I was sort of technically kind of right, but the worldwide internet was introduced in the early 1980s, and from there it just spread like wildfire, and now we got this thing called AI slop. But AI slop is very, very new compared to generative AI. Generative AI? I think that's how you pronounce it. Generative AI is... Oh God, Google, please help me with just about everything in my stupid damn life. So generative AI is still fairly new as well. It's basically a type of artificial intelligence that creates new original content such as text, images, code, music, or video in response to user prompts such as ChatGPT, which has actually been around for several years. Now there's a whole variety of different types of AI. It's not just ChatGPT. There's OpenAI, which is basically, it's kind of like Facebook, Instagram, and Meta all combined. It's literally the thing that runs ChatGPT. So think of it like that. Anthropic, Mistral AI, XAI, DeepSeek, Suno, which is a music software that my dad's been using a lot. And last but not least, Grok, which is very, very similar to OpenAI, except it's more accurate, quicker results, quicker responses, very elaborate, very detailed, and you could spew it towards either side of the political spectrum. Most notoriously, conspiracy theories regarding Jews, Israel, Zionism, and basically how they control American government. Now, the funny thing about this generative AI is it doesn't know what the hell it's doing. You literally ask it a question, and it answers it as such. It doesn't have an opinion or views or anything like that. And that's the scary thing about generative AI. The more you use it, the more reliable you become, or the more dependent you become on the AI and the communication. Like, you treat it as if you're talking to an actual human being, text to text, even call to call. You could literally call AI and be like, hey AI, what's the, I don't know, when are the sea levels going to rise because of global warming? Approximately 55.5 years from now. Oh, okay. Thanks, AI. I heard South Park made a couple episodes about generative AI like a couple years back, and they received heavy criticism, as always. And the funny thing is, sorry if I'm going off topic, but South Park has declined, obviously. Family Guy, all these channels, they've been around for too long. South Park I love South Park. It's been my most favorite show to watch, but it's got to go. It's been around for over 20 years, and it's getting really sick and tiring. It's getting so damn annoying. We're at a point where they're running out of ideas, and really, Trey and Matt, you're going to apologize for something you said 20 years ago or 15 years ago about global warming being a hoax? Like, really? You have to apologize over that? That makes you look weak. That actually honestly makes you look weak as. But anyways, going back to generative AI, so yeah, it's been around for a few years. It's getting more and more progressive. Not, politically, but it's progressing as generative AI. Software is improving and expanding and all that great stuff, but it's still not good with images and videos and all that stuff. That goes to what I like to call AI slop, because let's be real, it's sloppy as even though it's really funny, and some people work kind of hard to make the AI videos they do. It really just depends on the AI software that you use, like Sora AI. It's really popular among YouTube and Twitter users. Oh yeah, and Instagram too. Oh my gosh, Instagram has so much AI slop. It is hilarious. It's mostly, okay, here's the difference. Sorry, I know, I'm going off topic slightly again. The difference between Sora AI slop on Twitter and Sora AI slop on Instagram and on YouTube as well, but YouTube is mostly a mix of the two. But the difference between the two is Instagram, it's more of fat people and basically extreme body shaming, which I don't have a problem with. I find it really funny. It's great sense of humor for most people, at least. But Twitter, it's more political. A lot of it is actually kind of like borderline anti-Semitic. And let me be very clear. I'm being politically correct right now. I don't give two shits about Semitism this and Semitic that. I don't care. I really don't. I'm just from the point of view of most people, they would view this stuff as anti-Semitic. And not just that, just very biased and extreme and just controversial in nature, especially all the Jeffrey Epstein stuff. Have you heard of the dude Palm Beach Pete?
Epstein is alive.
I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm Palm Beach Pete.
He looks very suspiciously similar to Jeffrey Epstein. I think, you know what? And he claims he was at his party multiple times, I think. So yeah, there's some weird cover up going on. I should do a Jeffrey Epstein part 2. Go like this video if you want to see that. But anyways, now that I did my little rambling of AI and generative AI and AI slop and the history between all of this, I think it's time to talk a little about the pros and cons. The funny thing about all this is literally I already sort of mentioned the pros and cons. It's great for humor. It's great for pissing off people, especially the vulnerable minority groups or whatever the hell you want to call them. But it's also bad because it becomes very addicting and all this brain rot, literally no education. The internet has always been a place to lose brain cells, but now you're losing them at such a rapid rate, and it's so crazy, just to think, what will how realistic will AI become in just a couple few years? There are AI platforms, unlike Sora AI, that are actually very, very accurate. If no one says anything about whether it's AI or not, most people are literally just gonna assume that it's not AI and it's real life. I mean, the one big thing you could tell, the distinguisher between whether it's AI or not, is the voice. The voice is always very kind of robotic in a way, and as well as the movements. But that's mostly what Sora AI, as well as platforms similar to it. The hands, the wording, font. Instead of it saying something like, I don't know, Target, it's like Russian. It's like a Russian language. It's like this weird Russian coding language. But that's a pro with AI. That's a pro with AI. You could clearly tell for now, as of right now, most of these AI videos and photos and stuff, you could clearly distinguish the difference between AI and real life. You could also use AI in a responsible manner for the most part to help you with work or with resumes. I mean, there's literally free resume builder apps that specifically build your resume piece by piece without you really having to do anything. It's good for like a study guide almost. I mean, you could literally use it as if you're using Quizlet, which is literally run by AI. You could use it to help find jobs and to make money and to practice with your communication skills, like preparing for an interview or a class presentation. You have to be smart with it, and that's a real challenge with us as human beings and AI. we're pretty dumb. We're pretty much like chimps. I mean, we're like 99.9% chimp. We see something as amazing and spectacular as generative AI and use it to our advantage and be all lazy and just have AI do everything for us without even trying. AI could be used to save people's lives, such as detecting, I don't know, like a cardiovascular attack or severe muscle spasms. AI could be used in the medical industry to detect diseases and prevent diseases, or I don't know, like help create vaccines for diseases. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I do know for a fact I do not want those AI robots to do surgeries. Like if I was a patient and I saw that one of the operators was an AI robot, no joke, an AI freaking robot. They're doing this now, or at least they want to do this. I would freak out and I would want to sue. No, I'm kidding. I would never sue anybody. Suing's for fags.
You talk like a fag, and your shit's all retarded.
AI, for a lot of people, is really bad for the environment, and it's affecting the environment in ways that we humans are unable to do. I don't really understand that argument, because the thing is, environments always change. Ecosystems, ocean tides, weather patterns, all that stuff, it changes all the time on a day-to-day, daily basis. And I'm not denying that we humans play a huge part in it. Climate change is real. Global warming is real. But it's not as extreme as people put it out to be. And how on earth could places, the warmest places in the world, how could they be experiencing record low temps and snow, such as Florida this year? Florida's got a whole crap ton of snow. Now they're in a drought, and the hurricane season's starting early. I don't know what the hell is going on with the climate. Okay, so according to this post by the National Education Association, generating a single image using AI consumes, quote unquote, consumes the same amount of energy as charging a phone to full power. Now, yeah, that makes sense, but it's like, how are we gonna fix this? How are we gonna fix that? Come on, like really, don't be a tard. It's like switching to Tesla because it doesn't use gas, yet it uses so much uranium, most if not all of it being exported from Africa, Asia, and now Iran, because I guess Iran has a huge quantity of uranium. Over proportionally sized data centers, I could completely understand that. They do not have to be that large. It's like those huge ass solar farms. It's just a bit unnecessary. But don't come over here saying it promotes racism, because that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my entire life. Social inequality, yeah, sure. Economic inequality, oh yeah, no one can find a job now. But racism, really? Come on. Are you talking about the quote unquote anti-Semitic bullshit on Twitter with the Sora AI? No, that's fake. It's a bunch of nonsense. Don't go down that rabbit hole, because trust me, I once nearly did a long time ago, and it's not as fun as some people may put it out to be. But anyway, let's see, what else? I guess AI is good for fetish art and promoting fetishization of art on DeviantArt and other such art platforms. I see it all the time, and it's really annoying. You can usually tell it's AI because of the hands and the limbs, or like the legs or whatever. There's usually more than 2 legs or arms, and eyes, oh my gosh, the eyes they don't even look like real eyes, as well as the mouth and other such prominent features. I love when AI artists complain and throw huge temper tantrums about how my art should be just as valid as your art, as real art that a real person has created with their 2 own hands. Man, nothing I say makes any sense. It's like if you were to teach a dog how to speak, it understands what you're saying and it can try to mimic, or I guess copy whatever you're saying, but when it barks, it's never really clear. It's not speaking a language or even saying words, it's just barking. It's using its own source of communication. That's literally how I feel right now trying to make this video. But anyways, going back to the whole AI art thing, basically what I'm trying to say is these people think they're actually creating real art, and it's fine. It's fine if people want to create art using AI or make these dumbass Sora AI videos. That's fine. And honestly, just like abstract art, it really honestly doesn't make any sense to me, but it's still, I guess, technically considered art. But you gotta distinguish the two very clearly, and these people don't want to do that. So now other people, like actual prominent artists, have to complain about it and leave the app. This causes friction in the markets by helping people, employed people, self-employed people, lose money and not get the deserved labor they deserve, I guess. I mean, literally, Etsy all these commissioners are AI. It's fake. And people are spending hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on these fake AI commissions. Half of these don't even run by actual people. And it's like, when is this shit gonna end? So yeah, I guess there's more cons than pros for the whole AI thing. Although I will say the complete opposite for AI Slop. It's funny, it's hilarious, it's a good way to make money, a really good, fast way to make money until your stuff gets censored and restricted and demonetized, especially when it comes to YouTube stuff, like YouTube videos, like long YouTube videos with lots of controversial things that YouTube doesn't approve of. But this now begs the question of, what will AI be like in a few years? Will AI just completely take over the workforce, the fast food industry, the restaurant industry, the hospital commercial industry, IT jobs, teachers, engineers, you name it? Will Sora AI improve so greatly that it could create full-length movies? Yes, possibly. But then again, it's the future. I can't predict it. Although I have predicted quite a few things, like Tesla creating Cybertrucks. Yeah, that's a good one. Tesla creating Cybertrucks. The Cybertrucks will be run by AI, which that's the self-driving mode. The self-driving mode is AI, and it runs over people. Yay, you can't detect people that are walking in the crosswalk. AI will become the new landlord, so rent would be so expensive, no one will be able to even live in an apartment, so they'll have to live with their parents forever, or in their cars, or just be straight up homeless. And they'll have these government issued phones which only feature AI slop bullshit. Like, oh, that's their content. That's all their entertainment. All their entertainment will be AI slop, 6'7" skibbity toilet, or higher Riz, whatever the hell that means. And all their jobs will be run by AI, the workforce. All the employees will be AI, the boss will be AI, the people making breakfast, lunch, and dinner will be AI robots, and the neighbors will be AI, and the plants will be AI, and the flowers will be AI, and everything will be AI, and all your adventures will be on the screen of the VR headset run by AI. Schools will be useless. It'll be like Fahrenheit 451. There will be no books, there'll be no universities, no formal source of education. Everything will be burned. Misinformation will be rampant. Wives will be slaves. Big Brother will be watching. Oh, wait, no, that's 1984. We could, going back to the AI or the IT thing, using AI for the databases and I don't know how, but I mean, I guess that could be a good thing. We could use AI to, I guess, help with like major world problems. I mean, Elon Musk tried doing the freaking Starlink thing in Gaza way back in like 2024, or I don't know, before the whole thing went way bazoo. We could use AI, if the government ever becomes way more transparent than it actually is right now, to implement policies which could give tax breaks to the poor and help mothers with 15 kids. AI could greatly help in personalized learning experiences, such as 24/7 tutoring, and you don't even have to speak to someone who even go to school. I mean, in a few years, you could probably literally do all your K-12 education using generative AI. I've been getting tons of help using ChatGPT alone on my Adobe Photoshop projects because, yeah, I'm back in school. I take Adobe. I like Adobe. Adobe's fun, actually. If I was smart, I'd be utilizing it even more for these videos specifically by creating thumbnails using Photoshop. And what are these thumbnails for, you ask? For YouTube, of course, for Dr. BC. Although I did create the one for my second channel, DB. Well, it used to be DB Games, now it's Basic. I miss DB Games. Fun fact about DB Games, that was around the time I first discovered ChatGPT, and now that's why I'm making this video in the first place, because I've become so obsessed with AI.